That scared me. Welcome to Cooking with Alfie. Round of applause. So, today we are going to make Musubi. Live, laugh, love. Musubi. So, okay. Okay. So, what we're going to need today is seaweed. We're gonna need rice. We're gonna make some more later. Spam. We're gonna need sugar. We're gonna need soy sauce. Other than the ingredients, we're going to need a flat pan so you can fit all the spam. A wooden cutting board. We're not trying to get microplastics into our food, y'all. No, thank you. A small bowl for the soy sauce. A plate or bowl. I prefer plate. A plate with napkins in the middle. You're gonna find out why later. So that's what we're gonna be using today, and let me show you how to make rice. Alright, so this one only makes sense if you have a rice cooker. I'm Asian, so I have the tiger one, the tiger rice cooker. I just say like use less than 5 if you're just gonna make one, depending on how thick you want your spam musubi to be. Since I have extra rice, this is more than enough, but I like to be safe and sorry, so let's wash our rice. Okay, I filled it with rice, and I'm using the finger technique, where I measure the top of the rice, the surface of the rice with like the first line of the finger. So if it's like that, then that's good, and we're just gonna like mix the rice, or like wash it, not with soap. I repeat, not with soap. We do not wash rice with soap in this house. So you see how it's very, very clear, and it's going to stay that way. When we mix it, it's gonna turn like a grayish white. That's how you know we're washing it well. So I just use my fingers to wash it, because that's how you really wash it off. You see how it's white and you can't see the rice? That's how you know you can drain it. Don't spill all the rice, you're just draining it. So like this. Okay, now that I'm done washing, I just put water in. I'm not gonna wash it because I already washed it 3 times. And I'm just going to put the rice bowl back into the rice cooker. Yeah, make sure your rice cooker is plugged in. And we're gonna let it cook. Since I put it on quick, it's gonna take like 20 something minutes to cook. And then we're going to continue with the spam. Bro. I'm vlogging right now. Say hi.
Hello. We get a post.
Dude. I'm like watching the pan as I'm like cutting this so I don't burn it. Say some wise words for the vlog.
You are not the same person you are from yesterday.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be actually funny. I didn't expect you to be wise.
Yeah.
Alright. Wait, say bye.
Yeah.
Alright, later.
Later.
Hey. Are you busy? Huh? Are you busy? No. Good, because I'm vlogging. You wanna say hi?
Oh my gosh. Hey vlog.
You wanna say some wise words to the camera or to the vlog?
I'm coming over soon, guys. Okay, come on.
That's your wise words.
Yeah.
And the party just wanna walk.
So we are going to take the spam out of the pan. Hold on. And we're using the plate with the napkin so the grease gets on the napkin. We don't need too much.
Norms.
Thank you, Lydia, for your input. So
Yeah.
we got the first batch.
Ooh.
Ooh, right? Now let's put the second batch on the pan. Woo! That scared me. Alright. Now that we're waiting for the second batch to cook, let's go make our soy sauce. So we're not just making ordinary soy sauce, we're putting sugar in it because we're trying to balance the saltiness with sweetness. So it gives it like a teriyaki type feel. I don't have teriyaki sauce, but this works just as good. So let me show you how to do it. We don't need a measurement. I don't measure stuff other than spam. But I don't measure stuff. So I go with what or how much I could use. So like this much. And then I make sure not to overflow it because if I put too much sugar, it's going to overflow. I put a lot of sugar and then I try to like taste it a little bit so I can like see if the saltiness is like mostly gone. I know it seems like a lot of sugar, but trust me, trust the process, guys. So alright, full, actually. So yeah. And then we're just going to put it to the side and continue to wait for the step. I forgot to mention that we need saran wrap for this recipe. I forgot the word. So add a whole thing of saran wrap. And then also, this is optional, but this makes my life easier. I have these like spam Musubi maker things. But before I had this, I would just use my hands. So it's just so much easier. If you don't have one, that's perfectly fine. Just, you got it. I'm going to flip the second batch because I forgot to record me flipping the first. I believe they are done, so I'm gonna take them off the pan right now. Look at the tower.
Oh my gosh.
And the spam is done. And then the rice like finished cooking like 10 minutes ago, so we're right on track. There we go.
Oh my gosh. What happened?
I hit my elbow. Alright, say bye to the vlog.
Bye, Pooks. Bye, guys. Bye.
Alright, bye. Now that we have everything set up, oh wait. Now that we actually got everything ready, let's assemble the first one so we see how it looks like. I put a layer of cling wrap so it's able to hold within itself because it falls apart easily. When it's within when it's in within the cling wrap, it's easier to stay together and not fall apart. And then I open one in advance, so it's so much easier. I get 2 pieces of seaweed for the first layer. If you have a Musubi assembler, then you put it on top of the seaweed. I then get the rice and I put the first layer. And then with the Musubi, it's called squisher, I like squish it down so there's space for everything. And then I pour a little bit of the soy sauce with the sugar in a line, so it's easier to, get the flavor. And then I put a piece of Spam in the middle, and then I put another line of soy sauce, not too much. There we go. And then more rice. Make sure you don't put too much rice, but enough to fill up the space or cover up the Spam. And then I put one more tiny spoon of soy sauce. And then with this little pusher, I like lift the holder while pushing it out slowly so it's still together. Just like that. And then I put another 2 pieces of seaweed right on top. So you can kind of see of like the pattern of how the seaweed or the spam musubi is. How I fold with the cling wrap, I fold it this way, and then so the top back to me, and then the bottom facing that way, and then left right. And make sure to push on the sides so it could like stay pushed down. And I tightly wrap it. And there we go. It's the first musubi. I'm gonna also show you how to use without the this musubi maker. So Here we go. So the 2 pieces are seated again. It's just the same process without this Musubi holder. It's just gonna be a little bit messier. Need help? See, it's a little messy and unorganized, but you get my point. Spin. Is it good, Dad?
Mm-hmm.
And you would like spin. And this one. Oh, and then this one. And you fold it the same way. See, it's gonna turn out the same. It's just a little bit messier, but Musubi is Musubi. So I'm gonna continue making it, and I'm just gonna vibe. So. Last one. Hold on, let me close the thumbnail real quick.
Do you wanna be? Do you wanna love me like that? Like that? Do you wanna be? Do you want? Thank you for watching Cooking with Alfie today. I hope if you guys do follow this recipe, it does turn out as good as mine was. Even if it doesn't, I give you props for trying. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next vlog.